Good happy Saturday morning, May 7, 2022. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Saturday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Saturday morning, so let's get started right now. First up, estranged wife of Harmony Montgomery's father released from jail. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
My old roof was an asphalt roof. It was really starting to look ragged. It's an island house. I wanted it to blend in better, so I did.
Kayla, where is Harmony? Do you know anything about Harmony? Have you heard anything about Harmony from anyone?
No answers from Kayla Montgomery Friday night after her release from Valley Street Jail. The stepmother of missing 7-year-old Harmony Montgomery got into a blue Toyota SUV after she was held for 4 months. She's facing charges unrelated to the girl's disappearance. Among them, theft by deception on accusations she claimed Harmony Montgomery was still a member of her household, even though the girl was not living with her and Adam Montgomery at the time. She's also charged with 2 counts of receiving stolen property, both felonies, and 2 counts of welfare fraud, misdemeanors. Kayla Montgomery is out of jail on an unsecured appearance bond for $5,000. That means she doesn't have to pay up front and promises to appear in court. This video from when Kayla Montgomery faced a judge Thursday. There are conditions to her release. Among them, she's required to check in at the police department daily and to get substance use disorder treatment. She can't travel out of state, have a firearm or weapons, or drink an excessive amount of alcohol.
And police are continuing to search for the missing 7-year-old girl. They're asking anyone that knows anything to reach out to them. Live in Manchester, Grace Feinerman, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Former police officer sentenced to prison after pleading guilty in fatal crash. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
This is My Brave. It's a live storytelling event about mental health and substance misuse recovery. Join us at the Bank of New Hampshire stage in Concord, New Hampshire on May 25th. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit riverbendcmhc.org.
And I take full responsibility for that. All of it. It was me. I did it. And I apologize.
Former Londonderry police officer Tyler Berry addressed the court and the family of 21-year-old Sierra Croto Friday, just moments before receiving his sentence from a judge in Hillsborough Superior Court. Berry pleaded guilty to manslaughter back in March and admitted to driving his pickup truck under the influence of alcohol in April of 2019. Berry crashed head-on into another car on Route 101 in Amherst that night, killing the 21-year-old driver, Sierra Croto.
I think about her. I miss her every day.
Several of Croto's family members addressed the court Friday, including her parents and grandmother.
It's not every day that God sent us one of his angels from heaven. But Sierra's taken away from us way too early. And now there are a multitude of people in the world who will never get to experience the love and compassion Sierra had.
The heart and my soul and my life. She was everything to me. I mean, and then when I found out she got killed, my heart was totally crushed. I don't think that would ever be fixed again.
And then Berry asked the court if he could address Croto's family.
But nothing will change what I did that night or bring back Sierra. And I apologize for that.
Now, Berry was sentenced to 10 to 20 years in prison for manslaughter, with 3 years of the minimum sentence suspended. That contingent on good behavior, meaning he'll spend at least the next 7 years behind bars at the New Hampshire State Prison. Live in studio, Scott Cook, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Former West Alton Marina employee sues over alleged sexual assault. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
For over 25 years, Bellegarde has paved the way in the hardscapes industry, providing customers.
Most of the allegations in the civil lawsuit are against 55-year-old John Murray, the former manager of West Alton Marina. A former teenage employee of that company alleges in court paperwork that Murray sexually assaulted him and solicited sexual images in exchange for cash. The complaint also implicates the marina's owner, 50-year-old Brian Fortier, saying he aided and abetted Murray. The lawsuit says over a period of many years, the defendants used the West Alton Marina to groom minors for sexual activity. John Murray, married to owner Brian Fortier, used it to engage in sexual exploitation, including prostituting employees to customers. Murray and Fortier have already been charged in connection to the sexual assault of a minor, but it's not clear if it's related to this case.
If there is a conviction, whether it's by plea or whether it's by a jury, then that will definitely impact the civil case.
Attorney Patricia LaFrance, who is not connected to this case, says the criminal proceedings will be important.
Obviously, the defendants in the civil case, if they're defendants in a criminal case, there may be Fifth Amendment issues that come into play where, their attorney will not want them to testify in the civil case and subject themselves potentially to depositions.
The lawsuit says it is intended to hold this business and its owners accountable for the physical and emotional damage their depraved conduct inflicted on so many children.
West Alton Marina referred us to their attorneys for comment tonight. Murray's lawyer had no comments. Meanwhile, an attorney for Fortier says he denies the allegations against him and is looking forward to responding to them. Now, none of the defendants in this lawsuit have yet responded to the allegations in court. Reporting live tonight, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. FBI, New Hampshire officials warn of rise in sextortion cases targeting teens. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
My old roof was an asphalt roof. It was really starting to look ragged. It's an island house. I wanted it to blend in better, so I decided.
Nationally, the increase in sextortion cases, according to the FBI, is being seen in boys between the ages of 14 and 17. While that age remains a prime target for predators, here in New Hampshire, the commander of the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, or ICAC, says there is a difference.
It's pretty balanced, more or less. We seem, victims are both male and female.
Sextortion involves the predator, often posing as a young person themselves, to get the child to send them pictures that are sexual in nature. Then comes the blackmail.
If they don't send them money or some type of gifts or something like that, that they will in turn use that image to cause, either physical or mental harm.
The task force says the actual number of cases is higher than those that are reported because many victims are ashamed to admit what they've done. But with more than 100 agencies in the state as part of ICAC, help is available.
We put 100% effort forward in terms of investigating these crimes and see if we can identify a suspect on the other end of it.
ICAC says they're seeing an increase in predatory activity across all social platforms. And when it comes to keeping children safe, the FBI has tips, including block or ignore messages from strangers. Be suspicious if you meet someone on a game and they ask you to start talking to them on a different platform. And finally, for parents,
just simply pay attention. You know your kid best. Don't be afraid to have that conversation.
The FBI says if you suspect someone is a victim of sextortion, don't delete anything until law enforcement has had a chance to look at it, and tell law enforcement everything about the online encounters. Reporting live in Nashua, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Rare North Atlantic right whale spotted feeding off Northampton coast. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
old roof was an asphalt roof. It was really starting to look ragged. It's an island house. I wanted it to blend in better, so I decided.
A rare northern right whale feeding close to shore in Northampton Friday morning. People watching in awe as it made appearances above the surface with its trademark V-shaped spray misting from its blowholes.
A friend of mine, the captain of a whale watch company, was just driving down the beach and saw a blow and saw this big black head and called me right away.
The Blue Ocean Society, NOAA, the Seacoast Science Center, and New England Aquarium on hand to document the sighting. There are less than 350 left on the planet, a species that can grow to 55 feet and 50 tons, that feeds on small organisms the size of a grain of rice.
So this one in particular has been swimming for a few hours with its mouth wide open, sort of zigzagging through what I presume to be a good-sized patch of copepods there. So they need a lot of these tiny little critters to sustain that huge body and that biomass.
Incredibly, 2 more spotted further off the coast of Hampton about the same time.
Just to see one is amazing, and especially to see one right here, right off the beach. They don't come into shore in this area. You might see them off Cape Cod around Provincetown in the early spring, but for Ryan, Hampton, the area here, I've never seen a right whale, and I've been studying whales for over 25 years.
They are so endangered that the rule is that whether you're a human on shore or on a boat, you need to stay at least 500 yards away. Along the coast, Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. Very cool indeed. New Hampshire Deputy Insurance Commissioner accused of domestic violence. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
For over 25 years, Bellegarde has paved the way in the hardscapes industry, providing custom.
Right now, the state's deputy insurance commissioner is accused of domestic violence, simple assault. Court documents say DJ Betancourt yelled at and assaulted a person early yesterday morning after seeing a text message on their phone. The responding police officer says Betancourt denies doing that. Betancourt previously served as House Majority Leader but resigned in 2012 after he was accused of falsifying college records. In a statement, the governor says he understands Betancourt has been placed on administrative leave.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Car found in manhunt for fugitive murder suspect and correction officer. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Oh, I had never even seen a picture of her until I got on Ancestry. It was like touching the past.
News tonight in the nationwide manhunt for that murder suspect and the corrections officer who is accused of having a relationship with him and helping him escape from an Alabama jail. Tonight, where authorities have now found the getaway car and what they believe because of where it was abandoned. And of course, why did it take days to connect that car to the case? Here's ABC's Elwin Lopez now.
Tonight, an Alabama sheriff announcing authorities have found the getaway car they believe was used by accused murderer Casey White and the corrections officer Vicky White, who allegedly helped him escape.
There had been an attempt to spray paint it.
Authorities had been searching for the car for days when they were alerted Tennessee police had actually found it just hours after the alleged escape. It was abandoned in the woods off of a Tennessee country road 1 week ago and towed to a local impound lot, nobody realizing it had been allegedly used in the crime. Only yesterday did authorities put 2 and 2 together. The sheriff asked today if he has any idea where the couple may have gone.
Did they steal another car? Did they hitch a ride with somebody or something? We don't know.
What they say they do know, the inmates and the corrections officer are on the run, quote, flush with cash, after Vicky price-drained her bank accounts of some $90,000. Bulletins now out with pictures of the 6'9" inmate's distinctive tattoos, including what looks like a Confederate flag, Police also releasing simulations of what Vicky White might look like if she dyed her hair. As for why she allegedly did it,
it's obviously, a jailhouse romance or something.
Tonight, the sheriff directly warning the former corrections officer her life could be in danger.
And we're going to find you. Hopefully we find you safe. If you're safe right now, still safe, get out while you can and turn yourself in to local authorities, wherever you're at.
And David, officials say they believe the two ditched the car due to mechanical issues. The sheriff says that they are now back at square one and that the investigation is behind where they'd like it to be. David?
All right, Elwin Lopez. Elwin, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, everyone, and goodbye.